I had a lovely house, but the outside area was just brick. So it had a brick floor, brick walls, and it wasn't a nice place to sit. And I wanted to extend the house into the garden and the garden into the house. So I started looking around for somebody who could help me to do that. And before the work started, the garden was really not an enticing place to go and sit outside. It wasn't really working for me at all, but it's a sun trap. It's an amazing place to be outside, but it wasn't inviting me outside, and I wanted to change that. I did a bit of research and I looked at various landscaping businesses around the Lincoln area, and I wanted it to be a local. It was important to me that it was a local business. But when I read the reviews of ALS, it rose to the top of my list. And so I popped into the office for a visit and it went from there. Yeah, absolutely. I'd given it a lot of thought about what I wanted in this space, but it was really useful to have the design guys just to talk that through with me and suggest some options as well, and to build on what I had as a rough outline. And I was really happy with the design that was presented to me. Their team were brilliant, so they always kept me informed. We had a WhatsApp connection, so they were always telling me when they were en route or giving me any advice ahead of them actually coming in to do the work. But when they were here, they were all absolutely brilliant, and I really enjoyed working with them. Yeah, it's always nice when you get two veterans together and start chatting about things, and the small world thing happens. So we were talking about my experiences within the Air Force, and I ended up on trooping helicopters. Mentioned Northern Ireland, and Addam had served in Northern Ireland as well. So then we were talking about that connection and about the likelihood that quite possibly our role as a support helicopter was to move troops around the province, and that would involve moving troops between bases, patrol bases, forts, main bases, but also out into the field. And our time there overlapped, so it's quite likely that Addam was actually in the back of the helicopter on some of those moves. I think it's always nice to have that military connection. The military is like a family, and it's always nice to get people involved in the work that you're doing who are part of the family, isn't it? So I think it did impact us working together, and it just kind of gave us a connection, which is always nice to have. Yeah, it's made me love the outside of my house, because beforehand I was really kind of trapped inside the house, and now the space that I'm sat in today is just a wonderful extension of a wonderful house, and it's given me the opportunity to invite friends around and have conversations, enjoying the hot weather we've been having recently, but also just to sit outside on a cool evening and have a glass of wine. And I can do work from, bring my office out here as well when I need to. So it's made a big difference to how I use the house. So I joined the Air Force in 1980, without giving my age away too much. And I became a navigator on fast jet aircraft, air defence, Cold War of the UK, which was an absolutely amazing job. But it was a job which didn't tolerate LGBT plus people in service, and so I had to hide who I was for quite some time. And then I switched to helicopters, and at the end of the Cold War, the aircraft, the fast jet I was on was going out of service, so I moved to helicopters, and that was just amazing. I had a 35-year career, all of it flying. But halfway through that, I realised that I just needed to move my own life forward, so I transitioned within the armed forces and set about helping transform the armed forces to the inclusive place it is today. Now, I helped set up a charity with a friend, which was called Fighting with Pride. We co-founded this charity to support LGBT plus veteran serving personnel and families as well. And we led quite a successful campaign to get that service recognised and reparations for the veterans. And we're still, the charity, I've retired from the charity now, but the charity is still reaching out to veterans to deliver that support. And I now work for the MOD on a panel to assess impact payments for applications for financial reparations. It feels a lot more comfortable, that's for sure. It feels brighter. It looks, when I turn the corner and see what's here now, it's still got that wow impact about it. And it kind of lifts, it really does lift the space and the house as well. So I'm really made up with the outcome. I kind of like it all. I like the shade of the pergola, but the big difference, I guess, is the planters that surround the space. So it's the corten steel planters, the amazing colours that are now part of this space, and it's just a really nice place to sit and lounge and enjoy. It's kind of brought green into a space which wasn't very green. It was just all brick, but now it's alive, and so all of that is my favourite bit, really. I'm not sure there's any part of it that I can pull out as more special than the others, because it's great. All of it's great. Yeah, it's definitely changed how I use the space. On days like today, I'm outside and in the fresh air, which is great, and I can use it as an office space, I can use it as an entertaining space, I can use it as just a chill and relax space. There's so many ways I can use it and enjoy it, and I do. And it's south-facing, it's a bit of a sun trap, so I've got the shade, and it's an optional shade as well, with the pergola with the roof retracting. So it's kind of very much used and in so many different ways. I would very much recommend ALS Landscaping. I think it's just completely transformed this space. Great team to work with, and the quality of the work is just outstanding. I would highly recommend ALS. And I would say get in touch with them early, just have a chat and work out what's possible, what's doable, and the timelines.